What's up, guys? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I found a very interesting thing. Sorry for my English, it's not my native language, but I'm trying to make a discussion to say something with my own words, for my own level, because I'm a Soviet personality from the former Soviet Union, Kyrgyz Republic. It's the very heartland of Eurasia. And what interesting we see in our army, we had a couple of wars in a couple of years. And that's why we have experience with the drones. You know, the United States restricted to Turkey to sell us the drones. Turkey asked something like the F-35, but didn't get it because they bought the S-400 from Russia, S-300, S-400. And that's why Pentagon restricted the buying the F-35 and tried to restrict to sell to us, to Kyrgyz Republic, the Turkish drones Bayraktar TB2. But Turkish people anyway made it. Erdogan, president of Turkey, made it, and we won in our local war using the drones. And drones Bayraktar TB2 shown us the new phase of war. So you imagine that this is a high altitude drone won for us the war. There, our enemy was more educated, more experienced in the local mountain wars. But anyway, we did it, and of course, they stopped our enemy. And after that, our government made some friendship actions with our enemy. Now they are our friends, and we regulated our enclaves, exclaves, and another border problems. They solved it with drones. So now Ukrainian war show us that high altitude drones, it's a good. Okay, it can solve some strategic and tactical things, but on the long-term war, it's not a solution. You see, in Ukrainian war, Ukraine shows us that small, cheap $500 or $200 drones with explosive will change the face of war. For the last time, now it's at the October 25, and for this time, we're getting the millions of video from Ukraine, from the first person view FPV drones. They show us that the Ukrainians are trying to use their infantry, and mostly they're trying to use FPV drones with rare translators. Then they're facing that Russians using, for example, the jam or something like the special tools for jamming or GPS signal and another signal, video signals of FPV drones. Ukrainians fastly taking to the front, to the battlefield, the optic fiber glass armored drones, which are not sensitive to the jamming. And you see each of the drone warfare units of Ukraine could use up 10 to 100 drones per day for fighting to Russian infantry. And it's very, I can say it's a amazing thing. For the war purposes, of course, killing people is very bad. I'm against this. I against that, and I love peace. But as a politologist, political scientist, and as an economist, I understood that this is a new phase of war. You know, the swarm of drones, small, little drones, changing phase of war. And if you have something like the 1,000 drone operators, they can attack some area using with artificial intelligence, simple solutions. Each of them could use up to 100 drones and can operate like the aviation with 1,000 units. 1,000 units in the first view, but if we will calculate the quantity of attacks, they can make 10,000 attacks per day, for example. 1,000 drone operators can make 10,000 attacks per day. Imagine that. And each attack will not be blind shooting with rounds of different weapon with a little chance to take and bully one of bullets. No, it will be exactly sniper work. Each bullet will go to the bulley, and that's why today I think the first question of security in the world is how you can use the swarm of drones, how you making the artificial intelligence to last mile attack for this type of drones. And one of the biggest questions, is your army ready to operate with thousands of drones and ready to intercept of thousands of drones? I've read, for example, in the Middle East, the Israeli army generals, for example, said, we don't think that drones is just a toy. Okay, it's useful for the intelligence, for the, for example, to overview the battlefield, but that's all. It's just a toy. But really, I think that it's not just a toy. It's a beginning of drone swarms war of future, and it's a very big power. It's very demolition power, and that's why it's very accurate, high accurate weapon. That's why in the future military clashes, I think it will be change all of face of all of types of war. That's why I can say that for today, for example, some generals, some military high level officers, they don't see the all of picture, the clearance of picture. They think that the traditional heavy weapon will have prolongation in the future, but no. In the future, we will deal with the thousands of small first view drones, maybe a nano technologies looks like the small drones. But anyway, the future, the ignoring of this problem for the future will show us a big problem, and the armies which ignoring this thing, they will lose. They will lose, and the understanding of the mistake will be hard. It's very painful, and that's why I think don't ignore Ukrainian experience. See clear. That's a most dangerous weapon in our time. So, what do you think about it? Make the comment. Do you agree, or you have another view? Let's discuss this. See you next video.
The clock is ticking, fast tick-tock. The world won't wait, the stories rock. Breaking news, it's time to talk. From the streets to the sky to the waves that crash, we bring the truth, we're